Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko recently attended the Victory Day celebrations in Moscow, where he looked tired and unsteady on his feet. Despite his appearance, he chatted with Russian President Vladimir Putin and army officials after the annual parade on Red Square. Lukashenko skipped the state lunch hosted by Putin in the Kremlin, sparking speculation online about his health. Belarusian authorities have not issued any statements regarding Lukashenko's health, but he has appeared at few public events in the past 2 weeks, and at one of them, his voice was hoarse. Lukashenko later appeared at the Victory Day wreath-laying ceremony in Minsk, where he wore civilian clothes instead of a military uniform and did not give a speech, a departure from tradition. Russia and Belarus have recently intensified their military cooperation, with joint training exercises on Belarusian soil. However, Lukashenko has insisted that Belarus is not involved in the war in Ukraine and has not sent troops to fight alongside Russian forces. The Victory Day celebrations in Moscow are a significant event in Russia and Belarus, commemorating the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in 1945. The celebrations typically involve a military parade, followed by a state lunch and other events. Putin and Lukashenko are close allies, and their recent military cooperation has raised concerns in the West about Russian aggression. Lukashenko's appearance at the Victory Day celebrations in Moscow has sparked speculation about his health, with some suggesting that he may be ill or experiencing stress. Belarus has been under political turmoil since the August 2020 presidential election, which was widely seen as rigged in Lukashenko's favor. The election sparked massive protests, which were met with a violent crackdown by the Belarusian authorities. The international community has condemned the crackdown and imposed sanctions on Belarus. The situation in Belarus has also raised concerns about Russian influence in the country. Lukashenko has been a close ally of Putin for many years, and the two countries have signed several agreements on military, economic, and political cooperation. Russia has been accused of supporting Lukashenko's regime in Belarus, including by providing military assistance and propping up the Belarusian economy. The recent intensification of military cooperation between Russia and Belarus has been particularly concerning, given the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Russia has been accused of supporting separatists in eastern Ukraine and annexing Crimea in 2014. The conflict has resulted in the deaths of thousands of people and has strained relations between Russia and the West. The West has been monitoring the situation in Belarus closely and has condemned the crackdown on protesters and opposition figures. The European Union and the United States have imposed sanctions on Belarus, targeting Lukashenko and his allies. The sanctions include travel bans, asset freezes, and restrictions on economic activity. The situation in Belarus remains uncertain, with Lukashenko's government facing widespread opposition and criticism from the international community. The recent speculation about Lukashenko's health has only added to the uncertainty, raising questions about the stability of his regime and the future of Belarusian-Russian relations.